Thank you, thank you, thank you once again to all of my longtime followers on this here channel of mine. Even on behalf of you who just heard about this here channel, and for the most part on behalf of hearing about it or finding out about this here channel of mine, Capri Social Network, aka Cap Social Network, on behalf of a recommended video on behalf of your feed. Anyways, and on another note, I wanted to talk about how women nowadays, first and foremost, and this is according to statistics and data, a recent statistical study says how most women nowadays find over 80% of men unattractive. Now, with that being said, and on that note, this explains why on dating apps, anytime women may be looking for a guy who they could be compatible with on a dating app nowadays, the majority of women may see a few guys who may happen to spark their interest, to be fairly attracted to them, but they may scroll past those guys. Even those guys may happen to be pretty athletic built, may be pretty muscular, may work out a lot, may have a lot going for himself financially. The average woman has hardly zero interest in those types of guys. Even if the woman may happen to not be into those exact kind of guys, may instead, may not want a guy that's got himself together, that's got a good head on his shoulders, that's fairly successful both career-wise and financially. Instead, she may want a guy that's toxic, a guy who's high all the time under the influence of either some kind of narcotic or alcohol, a guy who is a complete jerk, a complete a-hole, one who, beats on woman, I'm trying to say one who talks to women in demeaning manners, one who may happen to be athletic built, or in some cases, he doesn't even have to be athletic built, as long as he has a wild side to him, or as long as he has some kind of edge to him, as long as he's a guy with such a toxic history, such a toxic demeanor. That's all some women care about. Only for some women on dating apps, in some cases, to swipe past those types of guys, even if that guy may happen to be the bad boy, so to speak. My point of saying this is, on behalf of women, most women finding over 80% men of unattractive, and this is on behalf of some of my fellows who may happen that have taken out some women on dates who you may have matched with, and vice versa, on dating apps or random hookup apps. It's not due to the simple fact of how she was attracted to you from the very jump. Instead, she just decided to go out with you because of sheer boredom. And in most cases, they get a free meal, because it's a well-known fact of how there are several women who, when they do go out on dates with guys, especially dinner dates, they never contribute to paying for the meals. Instead, the guy always has to come out of his pockets to pay for the meal. And as a result, after the date, usually never fails, has to end up getting usually blocked, either on social media, whatever app he may have met her off of, or may usually get his number blocked from her phone. Even if the date may happen to go just fine, the conversation, the whole date conversation, the chemistry may have went just fine on the date. Once again, fellas, she went with you not based out of attraction, but due to the simple fact of how she, once again, was just bored at the moment, wanted a free meal. And let's not forget, because there are several videos, several reels on behalf of women who have went on dates and will usually go to social media and say how bored their dating experiences were. Either how bored their dating experiences may have been, or how horrific their dating experiences may have been. This explains, fellas, why it's so hard to find that ideal someone nowadays for all my guys in your 20s, your 30s, even your 40s in some instances. This explains why. Due to how, first and foremost, once again, most women find over 80% men as unattractive. Not only that, but the majority of women do not know what they want within that same age bracket, from the 20-something-year-old age bracket to the 30-something-year-old age bracket, the 40-something-year-old age bracket. Even on behalf of my single women in your 50s, so many women, fellas, do not know what they want and just go out with men for the moment, for the spur of the moment, and due to so many of them doing it based upon sheer boredom. Because it's been so many times when so many women would come to social media posting reels, still to this day come to social media posting reels, and may talk about either a dating horror story or how boring or lame a date that they may have went on when a guy was. Even if like I said, once again, even if the date would have been just fine, the conversation would have been right on point, the chemistry would have been on point, and even if the guy would have went out of his way to treat the lady, some of these same ladies, with the utmost respect and dignity, would go out of his way to open the doors for the lady while entering the restaurant, go out of his way to even open the car door for the lady prior to picking her up at her place, if he may have arranged to pick her up, and vice versa at her place. May have been a true personified or true bona fide gentleman to the lady. This also goes to show you how, once again, the majority of women, fellas, you just cannot please regardless, even if you may happen to be that ideal woman's type, due to how, once again, most women do not know what they want in a man, and most of them, when they do go out on dates with guys, they go out on dates with guys, once again, for a free meal. They'll post their dating experience or talk about their dating experiences on social media. And third, out of sheer boredom. Anyways, and like always, make sure to like, share, last but not least, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.